Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. The Thursday Night Football contest for Week 13 is an NFC North divisional battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers, and I am here to give you some of my prop betting picks, both in the team and player variety from Bet365 Sportsbook. And we'll start off with a couple of player props. And the first one is Eddie Lacy and his over-under for rushing yards in this game at 72.5. Now, been watching the Packers, or if you own Eddie Lacy in a fantasy league, you'll know that he's done pretty well over his last 2 weeks, going for 100 or more yards in his last two games. And now, can he make it three in a row and go above his yards total of 72.5, or was his 2-week run an anomaly? And will he go back to the first half Eddie Lacy where he struggled mightily? I don't think it's going to be either one. I do think he might struggle just a little bit here against an above-average Lions run defense. I think he could go under 72.5, possibly even get a little bit more involved in the passing game. Obviously, I think people think the Packers are going to win the game, but I don't think they're going to have as easy a time of it and get Lacy 20 touches on the ground like some think he will. Now, the next one up is Calvin Johnson, and his over-under is 85.5 for receiving yards in this game. Since Jim Bob Cooter came on as the offensive coordinator, this offense has done very, very well, and Calvin Johnson has also thrived as well. In his last 6 games, Johnson has had at least 81 yards receiving, and against the Packers tonight, who have been struggling on defense over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I consider it a very good play on the over here. Both odds for the over and the under sitting at minus 120 for this one. I think it's a good value on the over here tonight for Megatron. Now, finally, my team prop pick of the evening is the over-under for touchdowns in this game at 5.5. You can go to 4.5 as well, go to the over and get some chalk, but I think over 5.5 could also be a very good play in this one. Total of around 46 to 47 points. That's a good amount of value, I think, for a 6-touchdown day. And even though these two teams can get into kicking battles, I think with the struggles, especially that we've seen the Packers offense have at times, I think tonight could be on a short week where even though it might be ugly and even though it might not be the best thing to watch, I still think we're going to see some touchdowns, whether they be defensive or offensive in this one. So I'm going to go over 5.5. I think the price is right at plus 120. Take a little bit of an extra risk on this one here for your team prop betting pick. That'll do it for me for Thursday night. Make sure you check out some of my NFL props later this weekend as well for the rest of Week 13. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.